Welcome back, Stock Smart family. How's everybody doing out there today? We're here with a fresh cup of coffee, hopefully a fresh attitude. On the overall market, we've got, we're making some adjustments to the overall setup. Maybe moving some monitors around and creating different space and area. Organize. Spring cleaning. All of that. So what are we looking at here today? Well, we've got our screen in front of us, and we've got our big screen. Okay. Let me get some of this cut off here, so that kind of sucks. See if we can't fix that up. There we go. There we go. How's that? Does that work good? All right. Good setup. Let's go ahead and drop our window down. And I just wanted to make sure we're streaming. Hello. Is anybody out there? Can you hear me? Blow the whistle. Alright. So what do we got here? We got AMC on a 4-hour chart with some mean reversion. Yeah, it's a live video, buddy. You could step in front of it all you want. It'll never catch you. It's recording the screen. Don't have to use the cell phone anymore. That's an upgrade. Yep. We're gonna have to get you set up with an account here, son. You'll have to pick a broker.
Weeble.
You want to pick Weeble as your broker?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, we can. I mean, it's not free. I mean, you get a free stock if you put money in, but I mean, okay.
I don't know.
I mean, you can do Weeble. You can stick with straight Weeble if you want. I don't care. And I find it interesting that that would be the choice. But not really, because anybody just starting out should be using Weeble. Or anybody, I can't say new to trading, but not familiar with it. Weeble's going to help you learn and understand. Okay. see what our action looks like today. Check it out. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. You see that? There we go. So when we broke above this line, like I said we did yesterday, you know, when we were following, we did get that pop, okay, or we got that pop here, then a pop here, and then it's just starting to follow the trend right on back down, okay. Now let's hope that it can bottom out somewhere around here, along this trend line, and that's where we can find a nice true bottom, you know, to buy in at. Not that we can't find a valid confirmation, you know, and validation signals, but I like to give people very, very solid signals. I'm not going to give you a maybe signal. And I'm not going to go and call all of the overreaction plays, because, I mean, there are people who already do that. So, you know, try to stick to whatever lane you're driving in. So, you know, maybe confirmation, you know, and then validation, you know. But right now, this is just mean reversion on Tsla. We can find something else to use, or another type of strategy. It doesn't have to be this mean reversion. Simple mean reversion. Okay. I mean, we can even go out into the world of ThinkScript and look for a new study to pull in, but let's look up this multi-currency bot. Anybody trading the 4X out there? Doesn't look like that was going to be very useful for us today. Multi-currency correlation. Let's pull that up. Get on a different time chart. There we go. So it didn't want to work on Renko bars. Very interesting. Alright. Multi-currency correlation. Why would I have started working on that? Maybe just to point it out that I wanted to work with it and never did? That's probably more like it. It's an interesting study, though. But I don't need it to be custom in any way. Okay. Now if we see overall on this 1 minute chart, look what happened when we got our breakouts. Okay. And I'm sure if we were to go and plot, say, a Fibonacci on this, we would see a similar pattern. Alright. Now what happened when it broke each one of these support and resistance, it shot up. Okay. Hit its high. Alright. Had you had the Fibonacci plotted, you would have probably had, you know, a good indication of where it could go. But of course it would have moved. You know, your real fib would have been, you know, maybe here to, you know, here or whatever, and you would have just been waiting for this breakout here. Which we were, you know, we were plotting and tracking and pinning those breakouts down, so make sure you sub the channel. That way you get all that info too. And it looks like some market health is about to be turning around, and I think that we're going to start putting things on the Discord. So I think we're going to have a more active Discord here. What we'll end up doing is setting our alerts, and then we'll just let our alerts go off, and we'll do push notifications to Discord or something. And I think that'll be a good way for everybody to communicate. And just for fun, Bollinger Bands. And Bollinger Bands divergence, or Bollinger Bands with engulfing. Let's throw that up here. Alright. Here, engulfing Bollinger Bands. Bollinger Band study. Very interesting thing. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Niet. Alright. Because you can play a Bollinger Band very much a contrarian and still, I mean, do very, very well. You can even play a Bollinger Band and buy, you know, breakouts on the high sides and still do well. But buying breakouts to the low side, anyway. But these Bollinger Bands, very interesting shapes, very interesting volumes. And if you follow Bollinger Bands, you follow volume, you know, then follow some orders. Take a look at these Bollinger Band shapes, okay? Now, I like to see them a little smoothed, a little better. And Weeble does a great job of that. I hate to say, like, oh, a Weeble thing, but Weeble does do a good job at smoothing the Bollinger Bands. And, I mean, okay. So let's go over here and see, we got Weeble Desktop, we got Weeble. So let's do Weeble. see if it can spin it up. Alright, it's gonna try. Thing is, I like the older Weeble way better. You know, I wasn't really happy about the 4.0 upgrade. You know, you don't need to change the platform and make it jazzy for youngsters. You know, it doesn't need to be that way. It needs to be correct and informative, and you know, I don't need bright flashy lights under my umbrella. Alright. Let's pull up a chart here. And we got JetBlue, which also looks similar to Tesla. Alright. Pow! Alright. Looks like we got our DMA up here. We can get rid of that. EWO, we can get rid of that. Net volume, you can clearly see where the spike in the volume was at. So that was where your Action Jackson was happening. Alright, get rid of that. Alright, now we got our rune, 14 periods, okay? Now this is a typical setting here on Weeble, but TD Ameritrade is 25, and I like to use it, and I like that it will adjust in this particular way and setting. That's a very neat thing. Only just because sometimes you can't really see what's happening and you need to adjust it to a 5 period real quick. So, and if it changes and you're not able to see it change, then you can't see the change. You don't know what's happened. So, being able to click it and have it adjust while you can watch it really allows you to see the difference. Okay. So, that's why I really like Weeble here. And you know, if you're going to start off, you know, as a, you know, say even you've been a young person learning to trade, anybody learning to trade, you know, definitely use Weeble. You're going to benefit from it. Alright, now it looks like here we've got the VWAP pulled up and the SAR pulled up. So for the VWAP here, we see the VWAP just went skyrocket, kerplooey, and now, you know, now you've got a price well under VWAP here. That's technically a good buy. So, okay, then you get your parabolic SARs, they jump in, boom, boom, okay. Those are good entry points. You would have stayed in until we got a red parabolic SAR. Alright. Now, I'm not sure, you know, the differences in this platform here between this one and the other desktop. Let's get rid of our, I mean, I am, you know, sure of those differences, but not, you know, how they've changed for scripting and whatnot. You know, let's see if there's, yeah, see, I can just click and do a new order, you know, wherever, whatever price. Cost distribution, nodes, reset chart. Cool, I don't think that was there before. Showing one gap, showing two gaps. Drawings. Let's see, pitchwork. Well, of course I wouldn't know how to put it on there, but alright. Now, parabolic SAR in this area. I like that. Alright, use an area chart with your parabolic SAR. And that cleans that chart up pretty good, doesn't it? So, you don't have to be, you know, real confused about individual candlesticks. I think that's kind of important. You know, when you come right out of, you know, downloading your broker, pulling it up for the first time, and pulling up a chart and going, how am I even going to look at this? This is a pretty good way to check it out. area, parabolic SAR, very reliable. People even adjust this, you know. Okay. And I like their chart layout here too. I like that you can go through and just click on and scroll right on across and check it. Very quick and easy. It makes it convenient. I mean, and that is what we go for. But let's see here. The Bollinger Bands. Alright. Get your Bollinger Bands pulled up. And we'll take them off of the area. And we'll go back to our Heikinashis. Alright, now you zoom out. Get your daily. And you can do, 1 month, 5 day, 3 month. But the different chart that you look at, the different way you'll see the information. And you'll see how certain particular stocks are going to just continue to flow money out of your pocket. Let's see, for instance, something on a 6-month chart will look very different, than it does on, say, the year chart. Okay. But you'll catch, say, in one of these time frames, that it doesn't matter what you do, it's constantly going down by the second. Okay? And you may not have found something like that yet, but you will find it. It'll happen. You'll see it. You'll notice it. You'll notice it more in penny stocks, lower stocks. So, things, like the Genus and probably Gevo and, other things like that. Yeah, but I've noticed those stocks go down, cents at a time. I'm surprised IDEX is doing so bad. I really am, but okay. Yeah, did they just was that just a bear play altogether? Just, whatever, you guys are boned. And just, yeah, that's horrible. Just flip everything over on you, you're done. I mean, it really went against you with the parabolic SAR here. You were done. Looks like it's starting to light back up, though. Okay. Looks like our parabolic SAR is starting to take over back in IDEX. It's finally found a bottom, so if there were a time to buy more IDEX and to trade the bottom to the swing of the top, but the swing of the top's already here, looks like we still got a little bit more popping up to do. So if this continues to come down, IDEX will continue to come up in price. So let's see if we can find an IDEX, 315, 3 something, 320-ish area. It looks to be about where we have our support at in here. So this is probably where we'll bag hold. That's where people are going to be holding them baggies at. Alright, Torchlight. Let's check that one out. So yeah, I'm trying to click and drag now. Alright, Torchlight, switching over to bullish action. Arun down, crossing. I mean, this is a good thing. Price will be coming up with Torchlight. Alright, are we having parabolic SAR in our favor? I can't quite see, but it looks like there's a SAR there, so yeah. This whole action, this might just be done. If this switches over, then this creates a pocket, then it's going to drop big time. But here was your top, here was your bottom. Alright, looks like we're trying to form and go for a new peak. If this continues to run down, then it looks like Torchlight will come up for the next day or 2 or 3. Maybe till the 16th or so, whenever this line finishes itself. And if that's the case, we'll have a little bit of a run up, so that's a good thing. Alright. Let's check out Mara. Alright, now looks like Mara's finishing a little bit of its downtime, finding a current bottom, so this could be a good bottom out day for Mara. You may find some after-hour, aftermarket, pre-market tomorrow, things like that. That might be your action. So we might be seeing a reversal here just this afternoon around lunchtime. Riot, riot, riot. Alright, see, Parabolic SAR went good for Riot. So now, I mean, it's probably about time it starts going the other way. As we can see, we hit our top here, and we are going for a bottom. Now, if that bottom finishes out like this, that's good. If it flattens out, that's fine too. We'll go into a little bit of a slide, and then a pop, an explosion, and I can teach you how to read these. So, subscribe. Okay, and zoom. I don't even, oh god, I hate zoom. No zooms. Alright. Keep in mind, we're still on a 5 period here. So we can trade, month to month. Month to month. Swing trading on the rune, or we can use other indicators. We can use parabolic SARs, but there's some real basic ones that you want to stick to, and some real basic signals you want to look for, whether they be long or short signals. Let's see, a little luck and coffee. How have they been performing? Not horrible, but they've got a really interesting wave. Very interesting wave, don't they? As you can see, this pattern, these head and shoulders, these big volume bubbles, these are volumes of traders. That's why if you watch and follow the Bollinger Bands, you can see the bubble is a large volume of people or traders or action. So sometimes you're able to tell when many people are involved just by looking at your bubbles. That's an interesting thing. Okay. But these Bollinger Bands make a really, really interesting type of art. And I've seen some most interesting studies in the Bollinger Bands that I think people are just way too creative, who have way, way too much money, and they're able to create Bollinger Band art. And honestly, a piece of Bollinger Band art digitally would be worth a lot of money. So if you could create Bollinger Band art and then save it, as this new digital kick, I don't know. I mean, I've got some really neat pictures that I've taken, and if I can find them, I'll post them up. So anybody who finds interesting Bollinger Band art, go and post it on the Stock Smart Investing Facebook page and Twitter page. So let's pull those up here. Alright. that up here. We want some Bollinger Band art. Come over here, join our group here. Let's pull up a Twitter. Where do I get to my Twitter here? That's alright, I'm not that worried about my Twitter now, but let's talk about a discussions here. Looks like we've got no rooms, but we should create some chat rooms in here. Get the group together on video chat. Yes, yes. So we may video chat through here and all of these things. Anybody want to join the group? Not that group. Uh-oh. How about this group?